Alright guys, welcome back to some more SnowRunner. That is right. So since the last one, I have brought the spare fleet star back and sold it as I said I would. And I've installed a few more mods. Again, just quality of life as I like to. We already had the real life vehicle names mod. I've added the tires and cargo stats mod, so you'll see the trailers on the map have got ST at the start for these ones, SC at the start for this one, or LO. There is also, I believe, HI, and they basically mean Scout, Standard, Low hitch and high hitch for the semi-trailers. Just makes it easier to see which trailer does what. As far as the tires go, if I just go to the garage, I can show you with, for example, the Chevy. And I go to tires, you can see the tires have got all of the associated numbers with them, right? For those that don't know, the way the tires work in SnowRunner is by default these numbers are hidden, but they have 3 numbers, and the numbers basically mean in order. The first number is the traction on road, the second number is the traction off-road, and the third number is the traction in mud. And the higher the better. So for example, if we go down to the off-road tires, you can see these are all the same because of the same wheels. I don't quite know why we haven't got these wheels equipped. But yeah, for example, with the all-terrains, you can see these ones are 1, 1, and 1.2. You've got 1, 1.4, and 1, and so on and so forth. I actually have mud tires unlocked for this thing, which make the road grip absolutely terrible, but that's probably worth it. Let me just swap the rims back to those ones because I prefer them. Actually, also while I'm here, we can get that. We can get that. And that's fine, I think. I've also added the flexible frames mod, which does not affect all trucks, but is meant to make the physics feel a little bit closer to that of MudRunner, which, as I think most of you would know, I would appreciate, because one of my least favorite parts of SnowRunner compared to MudRunner is the physics. But what we're going to do today, to start off with, the reason I'm parked here outside the garage is I've actually learned something since we last played, which is that you can actually sell the trailers that you find around the map, which is why I've been collecting them. As you can see, they are kind of everywhere. So we're just going to go around selling these for some money. I won't go out of my way to bring them back here. Like, for example, there is still this fuel one down here. There's a sideboard all the way over here. I think there's also one here. Yeah, there's a sideboard trailer there as well. I'm going to end up using this sideboard trailer for these materials, probably. And this trailer I can just sell at this trailer store instead. I'm probably not going to make a big deal out of it. If you see my money go up randomly, assume that I've just sold something. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Other than that, what we're going to do today is I'd like to try and get as much done on this map as possible. We have 2 tasks left to do, which I'm going to wait until we get off-road tires for, because we need to recover some stuck trucks. We have 2 watchtowers to get, which I think we can do relatively easily with the Chevy. And then we need to start working on Smithville Dam. And hopefully we can get enough XP for rank 8 for our off-road tires. So let's go ahead and sell this. So we're at 40,000, we should have 46. Yep, there we go, perfect. So I'm just going to do this with all of these. And should just be able to reverse this one in. Here we go. So this guy, for now, we're just going to put him in the garage. We're going to be using the Chevy for a bit. And we may end up... Now that I think about it, these resources, they're no longer needed on this map anymore. So we want to take all of them over to Smithville, so we might want a not a flatbed trailer, a sideboard trailer. I can't remember how... Let me use the mouse. I can't remember how many there are here. I think there's one here and 3 stacked there, so we might actually just be able to use the trailer and a sideboard bed, so... Yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing, seeing as it's over there. And then we can sell a trailer on Smithville. So, let's get the Chevy out. So... what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna sell the trailer. And... then all I want to do is I want to get this watchtower here. This one. And this one. And I want to activate the task that's down here, because I know there is one. And then we're gonna go to Smithville, I think. Because the only thing left on this map, contract-wise, is the lumber stuff. Which I don't really want to do yet, because I don't have a truck capable enough. Okay. So that's been sold. We can now head just over this way. I was looking at what we're going to do on Smithville. I think there are 2 contracts in particular that I'm interested in, just because they are the easiest. And we will be able to do them basically one after the other. One is the one that activates the quarry, and I think we're going to have to build a bridge first. So thinking about it, if we need planks, that means we're going to need 6 slots total, which means I might end up bringing another truck. I'm now not sure quite what we should do. Actually, there was 2. Was there? Oh no, that was a contest, okay. Drowned highway truck is the one I was thinking of. These are the last 2, as far as I know, for this map. And let's just head back out of here and get that watchtower. Okay, I have made it. Taking a somewhat unorthodox route, but it is fine. I believe that is all of them. So now, I'm honestly just going to recover that guy. I'm going to take the Fleet Star. I want the sideboard, the crane, and I think that should be good. This one. Hang on, let me go global map, Smithville to the quarry. Does that need the bridge? It does need the bridge, okay. Well, for now, this one is relatively easy, we just need the bridge. So 2 service spare parts means this should be fine, because we can get 2 of the service spare parts from the little pile that we made when we unloaded that flatbed trailer. And of course, I know I'm relying on my memory to have the 2 planks be what we need for that bridge, but I'm like pretty damn sure that it's 2 planks we need for that bridge. Because it's a wooden bridge, and if it's a wooden bridge, then it's usually planks. If it's a like a landslide, it's usually service spare parts, and if it's a bridge, it's usually metal and is it concrete blocks or concrete slabs? I always get them mixed up, but one of the 2, right? The game is quite consistent in that regard. You know what? Going sideways, I don't even care. In fact, I might even overload the trailer, which is a tech that I haven't really used before. But in this case, it looks like it'll work perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it all the way to the end like that, and then release. And now that leaves room for a lot more cargo, even though it won't be packed. We can shove that to there. Release that there. You can see now, hopefully we'll be able to fit all of these in. So this last one Might not fit flat, but we can flip it slightly. So if we lower it from here-ish, like that, and then let go, that one might end up falling out. But that's just something we're gonna have to deal with, I think. I might drop the trailer off there. And go and sell this one while we're over here. Oh. Oh, I saved it. Did I? Actually, it might just flip onto its back and then stay like that. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it should just stay like that now. I would hope. Yeah, that's staying in quite nicely now, actually. Very nice. Okay. Sell that. Up to 60k. Oh, this is something I'm not sure about. If the cargo isn't packed, will it go through the tunnel with us? Worst case scenario, we come back and we load up just what we need, right? I doubt this will work. I highly doubt this will work. It does? So this is an actual intended feature because the trailer is able to recognize that there's something in it. That's crazy, actually. I'm genuinely impressed. SnowRunner, for once, you have impressed me. Service spare parts there. Vehicle spare parts there. And there is a trailer with 2 there. Okay. Now I'm starting to wonder what we actually need the vehicle spare parts for. I, for now, might just leave them up near the garage. That way, if we need them somewhere, we've got them at the garage. We can deploy a truck and just take them. I wonder if it counts for unloading the trailers as well. That would be genuinely even better. Because what this does, in effect, is it rewards player ingenuity and skill. Because you have to manually pack them in a way that makes sure that they don't fall out. And, of course there's a risk to it, right? The cargo can go all over the place if you're not careful. You know what? That'll do. But yeah, like, look, you could fit twice the amount of service spare parts in there if you wanted to. Alright, Smithville time. Here we go. While we're here... I mean, there's an upgrade right there. So... I'm gonna go get that. It is an engine for the Scout. And apparently the Ford. Also, I don't know if you guys can see right here. But I'm pretty sure that's the flexible frames mod in action. Yeah, you can see the flex in the frame. All the way down the length of the truck. Keeping all of the wheels on the ground in a situation where normally that is a roll risk. Which is just great to me. It's such a subtle change when you're actually playing the game. You don't notice it. But if you're thinking purely from a case of like look at this. Are all of the wheels still on the ground? I think they are. From a case of how the truck should actually feel to drive off-road, like MudRunner and Spin Tires did it best, obviously. And SnowRunner kind of fell off in the physics department. But this brings some of that back. Not all of it, mind you. It's still very... It's still got that sort of harshness to it in SnowRunner, where, and if you saw there when I was driving down, the truck is sort of rocking side to side quite often. That doesn't change because the suspension is really too stiff, There is another half of the same mod where you can reduce the suspension stiffness, but I found with that mod it's kind of unusable because the crane makes the front suspension just compress completely. And I know the crane is heavy, the crane is too heavy, but I would rather not have that happen. And every time I've looked for a mod that changes the weight of the crane, there doesn't appear to be one, only the strength of the crane. I figured that seeing its flexible frames does work, and actually works quite nicely, I will just do without the softer suspension, because, like I say, it is unusable with the crane, and the crane is kind of necessary in many situations, so it's a compromise, you know? Okay, while we're here, let's grab this task. Pretty sure I know what this one is. Literally go back to what I was just saying about the crane being useful very often. Yeah. Oil barrels everywhere. So, yeah, that kind of needs the crane, you know? Anyway, onwards. Okay, time to see if my memory serves me right. Is this 2 planks? Ow. I will leave the trailer there temporarily. Please be 2 planks. It is! Nice. Perfect. 200 XP. We just need 630 XP. So now, should I detour and get the upgrade? How much fuel do I have? Okay, I have plenty. Let's go and get that upgrade. And then we'll get the concrete we need, and we'll head to the quarry. Nope. Nope. God damn you, SnowRunner. God damn you. Oh, I saved it. Okay. That's a trap if I've ever seen one. God damn. We made it though, we're alive. Okay, what is this? Engageable all-wheel drive for the White Western Star. Oh yes. Perfect. We will probably want at least 2 of the upgrades before we start using that. By which I mean there is all-wheel drive, which we just got, there is diff lock, and there is raised suspension. I can't remember where the other 2 are. I'm pretty sure that one of them is somewhere over here. I think. I just don't know which one. Let's do the contract that we set out to do. And then I'll decide whether we do anything else or whether I end the episode there. Concrete slab is what we need. There we go. Holy crap, that's heavy. You see the Fleet Star rocking back and forth? God damn, even the crane is not enough to outweigh that. That's crazy. We might actually struggle with this, which would be kind of unfortunate, but we'll try. We'll try our best. We're just going right over there. That's literally all we're doing. Right over there. I say right over there, but I know what is on its way. This bit's fine. This bit's not a problem. It's what we've got going on to the left here. Oh, hold up. Task discovered. Is it this turning here? Yep. Sure is. Oh, I hate this. I hate this every time. And you can see why. Ooh, that almost went over instantly. Okay, which way do we go? Which way do we go? I think we go to the right, if I remember right. Oh no! No! Oh my god, I told you I hate it! Right. SnowRunner moment, SnowRunner moment. I repeat, SnowRunner moment. You. While I'm bringing the pace star, what do we actually need next? God knows, actually. Truly do not know. We'll bring the ramped towing platform, I guess. Oh my goodness, like, I was even like hyping it up like I know how bad this is gonna be. And then lo and behold, the bad thing happens right, like not even in the worst place. That wasn't even particularly angled, the truck just sort of was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a SnowRunner moment, and you're gonna just deal with it, basically. So, yeah. Luckily we have the crane, and also because we're using double sideboard, we might not even need to use the crane, because the cargo might just fall back into place when we flip upside again. Okay. Time to see what we can do here. Gently does it. As we drop down here. Okay. Can we just park alongside, or are we gonna flip as well? Thank you, flexible frames. I think we can go here. We should be able to go across here. And then just go over here. Good. Winch to that one. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, no, we will need to use the crane. In fact, I want the fleet star further away from me. Something like this. That's not right. There we go. Okay. Repacked. This time I'm gonna be as gentle as I can the whole way. Like, even this is kind of sketchy. There we go. If we roll again and we're down there, it'll be nigh on impossible to save even with the pace star here. So, let's not do that, shall we? Okay. We have made it. Good lord. Never, please never again. Oh my goodness. Right. Well, despite everything, we have in fact made it here. How long has this taken? An hour and 30. Actually, that isn't too bad. but still less than ideal. Anyway. Wait, what? Concrete slab and service spare parts. Why does it say metal beams there as well? What is this nonsense? Now why does it magically want metal beams as well? It apparently doesn't? Huh? Is this a different thing? Is it super order? No. Ah, it's materials order. Gotcha. That was confusing as all hell. Service hub, concrete slabs, preacher's house consumables, and quarry metal beams. Gotcha. Well, this is the next logical step, right? Because we can just take this trailer up, as if it's that easy. We aren't gonna do that, unfortunately. What I would do... Hang on, let me get this unselected. I'm going to take this back out of here. Just as is. We're not taking anything that's already here out of here right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and sell this trailer at the trailer store that's right next to us. What XP are we looking at? That would be 220. That is actually enough. You know what? We're gonna do that. I know I'm already... like, this I've been recording for quite a while now. And I'm hungry and all sorts, but we've got the Paystar here with the recovery platform. And that is enough XP to get us to rank 8, which means we will get our off-road tyres. So I feel like, just so that the episode feels sort of complete, I think that is something we should do. Holy crap, it's been raining so much. God damn. Okay, we'll sell this. And for now I'm going to leave the Fleet Star here just in case we need it for something, because you never know. We are kind of low on fuel though, so we can't do that much with it. And then we're going to get in the Paystar. And we need to figure out how we're going to get to that. I do not know if this is a way that we can go, but we'll soon find out, I'm sure. The trees seem kind of too thick. There's a hill here. Is this a hill that the Paystar can deal with? Maybe? Low range diff lock. Might need a winch. Don't you dare. Forwards. Okay. Well, we're here, whatever that means. Is it possible to get through that? It actually might be once again possible. Maybe we are meant to go over there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we can go down here. I should be in low range for this. Well, we are here. And maybe we can get out over there. Let's see. Okay. Attach the winch. Let's pull it in. And then switch to the winch there. There we go. Gently does it. That seems to be as far as she'll go. Pack the truck. Then we will pull it in. Raise it up. To there. And we have the truck. Now we just need to get out of here. Now I'd love to get to there. And risky as it sounds, I'm going to see if it's possible. I'm going to try going up here. Maybe it flattens out somewhere. That river doesn't look very crossable. No, 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 no! Okay, well, the pace star is actually still okay. We could get up there, actually. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna winch the Chevy. And I need to turn this unwieldy beast around. And not flip it, please. There we go, there we go, there we go. The fact that we have not died a horrible death yet is rather astounding. I'm hoping that up here I can actually turn a bit, because it's flat enough. Like that. And then go this way. This is almost certainly not how you're meant to do this, but I do not give. It has somehow thus far worked, and I'm not complaining. Now let's see if we can get up here. Looks like we can. Holy crap, the pace star actually did it. That is certainly a way to end off a video, good lord. Well, like I say, we did it. There we go. 250 XP, which means rank 8. Let's go! We did it! So that means the fleet star, I'm just thinking, do we need or want it here? Probably not. So, and seeing as it's relatively low on fuel, I will recover it. And what this means, if we go to customize, tires, off-road tires, let's go, and these are the best ones, the UOD2s, because they have the 1.9 in mud. Awesome. That is so good. I would like my rims, please. There we go. While we're here, let's just get the sidewall bed, the crane off. Have we unlocked anything else? We have the extended medium winch, which we'll of course take. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, that is still pretty awesome. Our Fleet Star is now equipped with off-road tyres. Finally! Which means we might be able to start doing stuff like winter stores. But that will have to wait until the next one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you have, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, comment, and let me know what you think. And I'll see you all in the next one. Talk to you all then.